Now let us understand how to find payoff in case of a long put or put option. Long put or put option. And this again we will understand with the help of an example. With the help of an example. So let's begin. X has bought a put option from Y to sell 500 shares of Tata Motors at rupees 400 per share, right? So X in this case is buying a put option from Y. And what is the put option? The put option is a right to sell 500 shares of Tata Motors at rupees 400 to him on or before 26th May 21. And again, let me tell you, example that we are discussing is based on the American style of options. But in India, what we have European style of options, and which means what? Which means European style option can be exercised only on the date of expiry, whereas the American style of options can be exercised any time before the expiry date. This example, as we need to understand as to how the whole process works, we have purposely taken an American style option. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, it means what? It means what? It means X is a put option buyer in Tata Motors and has a right to sell Tata Motors 100 shares to Y, who is the put option seller or put option writer on or before 26th May 2021. तो इसका क्या मतलब? इसका मतलब ये है, as a result of this put option that X has purchased from Y, X has a right to sell, X has a right to sell 500 shares of Tata Motors at rupees 400 any time before 26th May 2021. So X is the buyer of the option or holder of the option, and Y is the writer of the option or seller of the option. X has a right to sell and Y has an obligation to purchase. And that is the beauty of option. In case of option, always remember the buyer has a right but has no obligation. And the writer of the option has only an obligation and not a right. The only right that he has is to collect the option premium that he does in the beginning of the signing of the option itself. Now, why the seller of this option has an obligation, as I mentioned, to buy 500 shares of Tata Motors at rupees 400 per share whenever asked by X on or before 26 May. And this is the whole the topology of this put option. Now the question is, number one, what should X do if the spot price of Tata Motors on 26th May is 350 rupees? Every one of you. तो अगर 26 मई को टाटा मोटर्स की स्पॉट प्राइस 350 रुपए है तो एक्स ने क्या करना चाहिए? What should X do? What?
Exercise the option.
Exercise the option. And why should he exercise the option? Anisha?
Sir, because
सस्ता में मिल रहा है.
हाँ, नो मिल नहीं रहा है. सस्ते में मिल रहा है मतलब बमन सर प्लीज गो अहेड.
नहीं जो actually he can buy it at 350.
Perfect. So when the share is available in the spot at rupees 350, he has a right to sell at rupees 400. So what he can do, he will exercise the option, and that means what? That means he will sell these 500 shares of Tata Motors to Y at the rate of rupees 400 because he has a right, he has a put option and he has a right to sell at the rate of 400 before 26 May. And since the spot rate is 350, he can simply buy in the spot market at the rate of 350 and sell it at the rate of 400, and thereby make a profit of 40 rupees, make a payoff of rupees 50 on each of the share. Wonderful. Next question. What will be the payoff and profit and loss in in that case for Y as well as X, everyone. तो अगर ये मिस्टर एक्स इसको एक्सरसाइज करते हैं तो एक्स का और वाई का जो पे ऑफ होगा या जो प्रॉफिट होगा वो कितना होगा एवरीवन?
सर एक्स का पे ऑफ 50 होगा एंड प्रॉफिट इज 40.
Okay, very good. So payoff is going to be 50 rupees and the profit is going to be 40 rupees. That is 50 minus 10, and 10 is the cost because option premium is the cost for him, and his payoff is 50. So that 40 is going to be his profit. What about Y? What about Y? Everyone. What about Y? What will be the profit or loss for Y in this case when the spot price is 350?
Loss will be 40.
His loss is going to be 40 rupees. And why his loss is going to be 40 rupees? And that is because when X decides to exercise this option, he will gain 50 rupees, and that means that is what will come from the pocket of Y. But Y has already collected a premium of rupees 10, and that means his net loss is going to be 40 rupees. So basically what is the gain of X is the loss of Y in this case. Very good. Now let's move forward. What if the spot price is 450 on 26 May? What should X do in such a case?
He will do nothing, sir.
He will not do nothing. He does not have to do anything because he has got a right to sell at the price of 400, whereas the spot price is 450. So if at all he wants to sell it, what he can do, he does not have to exercise the option. He can simply sell it in the spot market at the rupees 450. And therefore, if the spot price, in case of the, please remember every one of you, in case of a put contract, in case if a put option, in case of a put option, if the spot price is higher than the strike price, it doesn't make sense for the buyer of the put option to do anything. He can rather sell his shares in the spot market at a prevalent higher price, and therefore in the third situation X will not do anything. He will simply let the option expire. Now what will be the payoff of and profit in case of X and Y in this case? So everyone, what is going to be the payoff or the profit or loss in this case for X and Y? So how much will be the loss as far as X is concerned, and the loss of everyone? Pooja?
Loss is for X is 10 rupees 10.
Yes. For X, loss is 10, and for Y?
So profit for 10?
Profit for 10, right? So because the Y who wrote this put option, he collected a premium of rupees 10. Since X did not exercise his put option, there was nothing that Y had to do. So the amount of premium that he collected is his pure profit, and the profit of Y obviously is the loss of X because X has paid this amount to Y on account of share premium. So friends, this is how in case of call option and in case of put option, you will determine the amount of payoff, and also you will determine the amount of profit or loss that the buyer of the option or the seller of the option is earning or incurring. If you have any question, please go ahead. I will be happy to take them, else we will move to the next point.